Hey guys, welcome back to 25 Sweet Peas. Today for you, I'm going to be showing you how to use eyeshadow to create a really cool manicure, and then I'm going to show you some fall nail art on top of that. So let's just get into this video because I'm really excited about it. So real quickly, we are going to go through what you will need to create this look. First off, you're going to need your normal base coat, and then you're going to need an old eyeshadow palette, black nail polish, your favorite top coat, and a sticky base coat. And in addition to that, you are also going to need some black acrylic paint and a small paintbrush. For this look, I'm using an old Forever 21 eyeshadow palette that I just don't use anymore, and the two colors that are in color are the ones that I use to create this look. Okay, so I have my base coat on, and then I have one coat of Zoya's Willa, which is my black. You can use any black that you like, but it just needs to be a cream. From what I found, cream's gonna work the best. And now I'm gonna put on that sticky Clear Bond base coat by I&M on top of the black. Now, I know that seems weird, but since we are using eyeshadows to create this like gradation, you want something tacky for the eyeshadows to adhere to. So, we're just gonna put on base coat on top of the black. And obviously this is meant to be a base coat, so if it acts weird, don't worry about it looking weird because you're not gonna see it. So, put on your base coat and let that dry. Again, you don't want a smooth base coat. A smooth base coat is not going to work for you. You are definitely going to want a sticky base coat, or you're going to want to put on another coat of your black and work quickly after you have put it on so it's not completely dry, because you want a tacky surface for the eyeshadows to adhere to. Okay, now that is dry, I'm going to get some of the coppery orange eyeshadow and put it on my finger. And I'm just going to put it on the upper half of my nail. Now, if you start to see fingerprints, it is perfectly fine. You're not going to be able to tell that they are there later. Also, you could use like a liquid latex or a like alternative or tape around your finger if you want. However, this is eyeshadow. And as you all know, eyeshadow is washable, so you don't have to be super worried about that because you can just wash your hands afterwards and the eyeshadow on your finger, on your skin, will disappear. So don't worry about that. Also, for this design, if you don't get all the way to the edges, it's not super important because of the art that we're going to do on top. Okay, so now that I have that color done, I'm going to go in with more of a goldenrod color towards the tip. And I'm just going to dab it on. Now I'm using my finger. You probably could use like a regular like eyeshadow applicator. I just don't have many of those around because I don't use those for eyeshadow. I use brushes or I use my finger depending on the type of pigment. These eyeshadows are just old ones that I have from Forever 21 that I don't use anymore because they just don't stay on my eyes. So I decided why not use it for nails. Okay, so now I've got both of those on, and you can either add more colors, or decide to go and darken up the top one again. I'm going to add a bit more because I feel like we need a little bit more of a better gradation. And there you go. Now I'm going to let that, the eyeshadows don't need to dry, but I'm going to let it kind of just set for a little bit because it was on a tacky base. So we're just gonna let that go, and then I'm gonna apply a top coat. Okay, now that I have let that set, I'm going to apply a top coat, and today I am using Essie's Speed Setter top coat. It does not smear the eyeshadows at all. It doesn't pick it up on the brush or anything, or so that I know. Granted, this is a black brush, so I may not be able to tell as well, but on all the previous nails that I've done, as you can see, there was no smearing. Sheesh, I can't talk today. Anyway, as you can see, that top coat totally brought it to life. So now that we have top coat on, I'm gonna let it dry. Now for video purposes and cleaning up around the nail, I'm just gonna use a Q-tip and some water because all you really need to do is just go wash your hands. but I'm not really going to go film in a sink. So obviously a Q-tip's not going to do as well as a sink, so you can easily just go wash up. Add a bit more water. I also found that if you're having a hard time getting super close to the cuticle because you don't want to smear your nails or anything with the water freshly after you've painted, you can go in with like a wedge cosmetic sponge and get really close to the edge and get all the eyeshadow away from your cuticle. So now we're just gonna let our top coat dry, and then we're gonna go back in and add the fall-like flowers to create the art for this manicure. Okay, so now I have a small nail art brush and some black acrylic paint, and I am just going to add in some flowers. For these, I'm just doing very abstract flowers. I saw similar flowers like this in a stamp that I have, not like a nail art stamp, like a real arts and crafts stamp that my mom wants to use when she was making her own jewelry. So I thought I would kind of recreate that type of flower because it's super fall-like. And here you can vary as many as you want on your nails. Like here I did one, here I did like one and offset one, and here I'm gonna do 2 offset. So I'm gonna go down to this corner. Again, this is super easy. You could even do it with a dotting tool if you wanted to, but if you have a little brush on hand, it is super easy to do. Okay, now I'm going to add in just a little leaf here and there just to complete the flower-like look. And for this empty space, I'm going to get quite a bit of paint on my brush just so I can use the tip to create some dots, kind of like a space filler. Plus, I mean, you can't go wrong with dots in a manicure, right? Okay, now that is done. Now you just have to let that dry and add your top coat so your acrylic paint is completely shiny and locked in. And now it's time for that top coat. So let's just put that on and get the full potential out of this look. There you go, your fully alive, foiled eyeshadow fall and nail art. I mean, how cool is that? And I mean, that cleanup was much better than a polish gradation cleanup. And I'm loving this foil look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look. Let me know in the comments below. Also, do you guys want to see more nail art using makeup? Because I mean, that was kind of fun, and it's neat to try things like that and see how they work. I'm totally thinking we could do a galaxy with eyeshadow. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like we could. What do you guys think? Be sure to comment below and tell me if you guys want to see that. If you guys have any requests for any upcoming videos, be sure to give me a heads up in the description box. No, in the comments, and I will definitely take a look at those. Also, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this, and if you want to be notified of when I post new videos, press that little notification bell, because that's supposed to tell you when I upload, and I try to upload every weekend. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!